Just call my name and I'll be there.
Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with another video. This is Johnny
and Marquita.
And today we're talking about politics. We get in deep discussion about the upcoming election.
Since it is like what, a week away? Or less.
As of today, it's like in 5 days.
Yeah, like 5 days.
Exactly 5 days. So I thought it can only be right if we talk about it. So, first we're going to start off talking about the good of each person. We're going to try to be not biased for the first half of it.
That's going to be hard, but
we're going to try not to be biased. We're going to try to keep positive sides on both. And then towards the end, we're going to give you guys our personal opinion about each candidate. And so let's start talking about the good things in these candidates. So let's start with Mr. Trump.
All right, for Trump, he's rich.
He's a rich guy. He's worth like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 billion.
A lot.
So money can't go to his head, and he's just rich.
He's rich.
That's
all you can say.
Yeah.
He doesn't drink alcohol, which
he's not an alcoholic.
He's
not gonna be in the White House partying.
Just all sloppy drunk. And
yeah, so good image.
He says what's on his mind. That can be good and bad, but
he's not gonna let the BS slide with him. He gonna say it like it is, and just not let the BS slide. And sometimes that might come around and bite you in the butt. But
yeah,
he's not going to let the BS slide.
But for now, we're going to say that's good.
He has a vision for America. As his little famous quote is, "Make America Great Again." So he has a vision for America. So wherever the vision is, he has a vision. And he wants to see America doing something.
And he wants to create jobs.
So just like any president candidate, they want to create jobs.
That's pretty self-explanatory.
So, let's talk about the good of Hillary.
All right, for Hillary Clinton, it's obvious she has experience.
She has experience in politics since she graduated college. Like forever.
And the fact that her husband was president
of the United States. So. Hillary also believes in affordable education. She believes that students shouldn't graduate college in debt.
And since we are college students,
so
we take that very
I thought
seriously.
That was very important. Hillary is also a believer in global warming. She believes that climate change is real and it's an actual problem. Because like today I was like, why is it 80-something degrees in November? So it's actually a problem that I feel like needs to be addressed and something needs to be done.
Along with Donald Trump, she also likes to create jobs.
She wants to improve Obamacare. So what Obama has established with his new healthcare laws and his healthcare plans, the goal that he wants to reach, she wants to expand it and continue it and better it. So. And Hillary would also like to grow the middle class because she feel like the economy is at the best when the middle class is in control of the wealth instead of just the upper percentile of the wealth. So, yeah.
And last but not least, she has apologized for her wrongdoing in the past. So, I think that was pretty good for apologizing, unlike Mr. Trump. All right, it's time for the bad. So it's time to give our opinions.
Neither one of them are flawless, Beyonce. And let's start with Mr. Trump. So my first issue I have with Trump is his wall. The big, great wall that's supposed to block us between Mexico.
First of all, that's not going to work. I mean,
the wall won't work because one,
you want Mexico to pay for it.
Correct.
Mexico.
You want Mexico to pay for it. It's lakes, it's rivers, it's all kinds of geographical issues that's going to interfere with the building of the wall. Then you want Mexico to pay for it, which I'm pretty sure the Mexican president said himself that he's not paying for the wall. And just the wall will not work. It won't keep out illegal immigrants, and it won't work. So
At all. It's just a stupid idea, if you ask me.
it's a stupid idea that's not going to lead nowhere, and just going to pretty much create more tension with him and the minorities.
All right, the second bad thing about Mr. Trump is he's very rude.
Donald Trump is rude to women, minorities,
Everybody.
disabled people. He's just rude.
Rude. In all aspects.
I'm pretty sure you hear comments that he say that's rude. Just rude. A rude guy, and his ego is too much to handle sometimes. So, just a rude guy. And you don't want an egocentric person in office.
He says rude things about Hillary at the debate. I mean,
Then they already kind of go back and forth on Twitter,
Yeah.
but that's another topic.
yeah.
Okay. So, another thing with Donald Trump, he's not very clear with his plans. Like I said, his good thing, he has a vision for America. But what is his vision? He wants to,
Make America great again.
and he wants to create jobs, and he wants to make America great again. And he's just not clear about what he wants to do. He said he gonna get these people, he gonna hire these people, he gonna have this deal and do that and this, but it's not clear. It's not. He just say he know people. Who do you know? What they gonna do?
He just basically saying what everyone wants to hear so that he can get the votes. He's not getting my vote. But
He ignores the black community. He just ignores that whole issue, which is several issues in the black community. But he just tell us what we have to lose. Why should we vote for Hillary? We have nothing to lose, so might as well, And he was saying that Democrats have failed black people for the last 50 years, but Republicans have been failing poor white people for the same amount of time, and poor white people still voting for them. So,
and what are you gonna do about it?
what are you gonna do to help the black community? Because your statistics that you was calling out were incorrect, and your view and your vision of black community is incorrect. And at the end of the day, majority of black people are not voting for Trump. Next.
And the ones that are, I just don't know what to say about you. You got something going on with yourself too. And we also said that the good thing about him was he's rich, but we also said the bad thing about him is he's rich.
So he's rich. He never had to struggle. He never had a minimum wage job. He never.
He got a small loan of $1 million. A small loan of $1 million.
That's something that most people won't make in a lifetime. And he just never he was never living in the working class. He's been rich his whole life. So that's something that my position in life and his position in life, it would never entwine. He has no political experiences. He just owned a couple of businesses, made the right deals, and just so happened to make the right routes to get where he's at. But he has no political experiences, but he wants to run the biggest, powerful country in the world that's already pretty much kind of great. So,
and along with the long list of bad things about Trump is he won't release his tax records. My question is, what are you hiding?
Hillary has some theories why he would not release them. One, he's not paying his taxes. Two, he's not donating to charities or organizations that he say he is, and 3, he could not be making as much money as he say he is. So,
Or it could be all 3. You never know.
exactly.
'Cause
So, Donald Trump also hasn't condemned the support of the Ku Klux Klan and the actions of his voters doing Trump rallies. So,
and I think it's because the way he act himself. So
yeah.
his supporters are only acting how he acts.
Yeah. Okay, so Donald Trump hasn't took responsibilities for any of his actions.
Like the touching of
A woman's crotch.
private part.
A woman's crotch. And I feel like something like that, you should at least apologize.
Yeah.
He semi-apologized, was like, well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But what about Hillary? And that's not a correct apology. It's not sincere.
At all.
He just have not took responsibility for the things that he did.
It's like he doesn't care.
He doesn't care because he know whatever he do, his voters will still vote for Trump. So, with that being said, let's get on Hillary. Of course, her famous issues, her emails, the 33,000 emails that she allegedly deleted from using private servers. The issues with that is she won't release what was said in the emails, what's going on. Everything that people have issues with, they say is accusations, saying, well, she might have released some, classified information. So it's not really proof that she did. And the FBI already researched what she could have released. So still, until we find out exactly what were in the emails, it's not really much of a issue to deal with. Because if she released classified information, it's already out now, so we can't really take it back. So, with that being said, she has apologized for it. She understands that she shouldn't have used a private server. Okay,
another issue with Hillary is her comment about the super predators.
In 1994, yes, I know the year. In 1994, she called minority group of African Americans. When you read between the lines, she used super predators as a racist term towards African Americans. I don't
like that comment.
Support that comment. Support her actions for that. That's disgusting. Shouldn't have been said.
Although she's apologized, there's no reason why you should say it in the first place.
Exactly.
Even though that was,
94, that's 20-some years ago.
Even if you said it, at one point you felt that way, so.
Yeah.
At least she apologized, though.
She also ignored the issues in the African American community, just like Mr. Trump. So, neither one of these candidates really care that much about African American community. So
I mean, Hillary, she tries to act like she does. She try to
peek her head in black folks' business.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's
not working. Like when she, she's doing all these interviews.
Go on the Ellen show, go on the Breakfast Club, pop around, do a little dance, say she like hot sauce like black people.
Yeah.
I mean,
trying to use Beyonce.
She's really begging for that black vote, which at the end of the day, she gonna get the black vote because she's a Democrat. But
and then when asked about it, she said, "What she say? Is it working?"
She was like, "Is it working?"
Yeah,
it's working. Unfortunately,
yeah,
it's working. So with that being said, then she does stuff like that, but she ignores the issues in black communities. She.
Which is really a big issue in America today.
It's the whole issues with police. It brings a big racial divide between black people and other races. So I feel like that's something that should be
Should definitely be addressed.
addressed. Yeah. She also did not release speeches that she did overseas and speeches that she got paid millions of dollars for.
Millions.
Millions of
Not-
dollars for.
Not thousands.
She
millions.
won't release the transcripts from those speeches, and she just won't release that. So a lot of people feel like that she's again disclosing classified information.
Yeah.
So
That doesn't help the email situation.
it doesn't help an email situation, and we just want to know if you get paid millions of dollars for these speeches. We want to know what you're talking about.
Right.
What's $1 million? What's
What's worth
important?
$1 million?
What's so important?
What
that's
speech is worth
$1
$1 million?
So, and finally, with our issue with Hillary is the crime bill that Bill Clinton passed in 1994, and that put a lot of African Americans in jail. Not only pushed the issue with black people in law enforcement, but just pretty much pushed it over the edge
Oh, yeah.
because thousands of African Americans were wrongfully put in jail
Wrongfully.
over the smallest issues. Now it's time for our personal opinion, which you pretty much kind of got it.
Yeah.
You go ahead, Marquita.
So, with all that being said, I just wish we can just start all over. First, I just wish Obama can stay. I just say that. I just wish he can run for another 4 years. But since we have to have a new one, I have to admit both of them have some good, and they both also have bad things about them. But overall, I have to go for Hillary. Although I wish we can just start all over and have two different candidates. But since we left with these two, Hillary got my vote.
Okay. So my opinion on this matter, on these two candidates, Trump doesn't have what it takes to be president. He has a vision, not a clear vision. He's rich, which is bad. Too rich.
Too rich.
As long with Hillary, she's too rich too. His wall, his idea, his comments, his rudeness, his ignoring black people his whole life. That's my issue with Trump. He's just not even nowhere near qualified to become president of these United States of America. And my issue with Hillary, she supported so many things. She flip-flops on her issues. 1 minute she's for gay marriage, 1 minute she's not for gay marriage, 1 minute she's for abortion, 1 minute she's not. She kept flip-flopping for a while. Now all of a sudden she's like strictly liberal on all her views. And
Just
then,
because she's running for president.
of course, she has to get that vote for the minorities. And then she was with the crime bill that put so many black people down. Then she was with these emails and the super predator comments. It's just like, it's not, no, this is not the person I want to represent every single person, not all 300 million people that live in the United States. This is not the person I want to represent the United States. Not just because she's a woman, it's just because I don't agree with a lot of things that she has done. And same thing with Trump. I don't agree with nothing he has done, except for being rich. So, that being said, I feel like we both agree that we need some new options for president, which we have our third-party options. But everyone knows that they can't get enough of the percentage to even get in the debates to get their name at least known.
And the problem is, too, a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people just think it's just Trump and Hillary.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, definitely young people, they don't really know that there
Old
is a
people
third
too.
party. Yeah, older people too.
But it's a third party out there. But we all know at the end that third party is not going to win. That's like, I see people promoting the third party, this and that. That's all good, but it's not going to win. And my vote is still going to go to Hillary, unfortunately. And that's just real hurting hurting in the inside. I have to give my vote to her, but I'm giving my vote to her.
Yeah, I'd rather have her than Trump any day. So
Trump and his vice president. His vice president is no good either. So
we didn't even get into all that,
but as you know, thanks for watching.
We hope you all go out and vote.
Make sure you go out and vote.
Let your voice be heard.
So if you for Trump, you better vote for your guy. If you for Hillary, vote for your girl. So thanks. Have a good day.
Just call my